Hello and thank you for tuning in for this special series of Facebook interviews with remarkable women to mark International Women's Day. Now, I'm joined in the studio by none other than Mutya and Keisha from the Sugababes. Now, we were due to have Siobhan here today, but sadly she's sick, so she's not been able to make it. For those of you that don't remember, Sugababes were formed in 1998 and went on to have a string of hits, including One Touch and Round Round throughout the early 2000s. In 2001, Siobhan left the group, followed by Mutya in 2005, and the band then frequently changed faces. 2 decades after the release of their debut album, the original members are back together, making new music. So, ladies, welcome to Facebook.
Thank
Thank you for having us.
It's very exciting to have you both here. I'm surprised to be part of our whole celebration that we're having. Now, one of the things that people are often interested in is talking about reinvention. And you as a band probably went through more reinventions than any, and including band members.
Yes.
But you also managed to stay popular and relevant as well. What's been the trick?
Our fans have been so supportive.
Definitely.
And also, I believe it's just the music. I think people recognise us for the vocals, and I think we've always been really big on our studio time, our harmonies. We produce our own harmonies and the format of how it sort of works. So, you know, for example, we started off obviously as the original lineup and grew up together, sang together. So when Siobhan left, Mutya and I was able to continue the harmonies and sort of like how that went. And then when you left, I had the memory of like, okay, so it goes like this, this, and this. Yeah. So I think it's really just the sound and obviously the support of, you know, and the relationship with each other.
Definitely.
For sure.
Am I allowed to get a harmony? A quick one.
I don't know what you want to hear.
Depends on what you want.
Anything. Just amazing.
Flowers.
It's such...
Oh, flowers. You ready?
Okay.
Just the chorus.
The chorus?
Yeah. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'll bring you
flowers in the pouring rain. Living without you is driving me insane. I'll bring you flowers
to make
your day.
I'll
drive them all away.
I'm getting my own personal Sugababes performance. This is amazing. Now, you were role models for so many women in the noughties, but did you feel under pressure to act in a certain way because of the cult following that you had?
No, I feel like the good thing about being in the Sugababes is that we was always been able to be ourselves, and the fans always accepted us for who we were. So we've had it all right, but I do feel sometimes it is kind of hard to live up to the high expectations of how people want you to be.
Yeah, more so than now. Yeah. More so now than then. I mean, yeah, for sure. I think back then, I think it's part of it is being teenagers as well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be who I am.
Want to be.
But I do believe that as you get older, you do we're getting, going back into it a little bit. It is, you are more aware of like stuff just because it's like Instagram now and all these other sort of like things where you are
Social
more conscious.
Yeah.
So a little bit more now than back then. Yeah.
So want to go back to July of last year where your fans kind of just went nuts when you posted a picture on Instagram. You were just talking about Instagram of the three of you, which then prompted the rumours of a second reunion. Why now and what can we expect?
Well, we actually, so in like 2013, we came back together and just wanted to record some music just to see if we still sort of like had that spark. Okay. And then from that point there, we were offered like label deals and everything else. And we released one song. Flatline, and which we're super, super proud of. We worked with Dev Hines from Blood Orange. And then this year, DJ Spoonie messaged, started in the DMs and was like, doing the Garage Classical album, would you girls like to like jump on it? We love singing together, love writing together. So we did that. And also we've got our 20th anniversary of the One Touch album, which will be the end of this
November,
year. Yeah, so we're...
A lot going on.
Yeah. Exactly. That brought us together, I guess, brought us back.
But it actually all started when I think you were 12 and 13, is that right? That's where you first start out together. Now you're in your 30s. I mean, what a journey.
Allegedly.
I don't know who said that.
I mean, I always say that, 25,
Okay, whatever age. Does showbiz feel very different now to what it did back then?
Oh my God, I personally think it does. I mean, social media is such a big thing right now. Back then, it's literally, we had nothing. We had to work our asses off and we had to go and promote. And nowadays you can just put everything on social media and promote all your bits.
It's
And
streaming now.
streaming is incredible.
You don't have to do like 45 different shows and everything. Although I'm so grateful for those days, because I feel like it really did give us, you know, that foundation, and that's why we can, you know, show up how many years later and do shows, because of the work that we put in the beginning. But it definitely is a lot.
It's a lot different.
It's very different now.
I think the change of interviews as well. Like you can now repost interviews on like on your pages, and back then you had to kind of do it live.
I tell you what, my favorite thing about the like now compared to then is that you have your own voice, you have your own platform. Whereas before, I mean, you know, things will be written about you and you just basically had to just hope that no one believed it. Whereas like now,
you can put a statement out yourself.
You can literally just go and be like amongst the people, and I love that.
Yeah.
What is the maddest thing that anyone's ever written about you that you just went, oh, it's just...
Oh God, I've had several.
I mean, I think, you know, it's no secret that Mutya and I have probably been targeted the most as far as like our characters and like how we are as people. And that was quite hard growing up, just because, you know,
teenagers going into young women.
And then, you know, I feel like, you know, it was hard.
It was hard. But now, as you said, the platform is so much bigger for us to kind of, I hate to say prove ourselves, but, you know, we can actually say what's wrong and what's right, and, you know, and have people believe it this time instead of someone talking it for us.
Yeah.
Shifting gears a little bit, then versus now, you're a mum, got a 15-year-old. Does that make differences in how you think about your career?
It definitely does. I mean, my daughter's at the age that we first started and we got signed and came out. So it's hard to look at her as a kid going high school and then looking at us and knowing, oh my God, this is what we've been doing.
Yeah.
For even longer than, you know. So it's a beautiful thing to watch. But
I would say it motivates you too.
It does.
A lot more, because now she's a teenager and wants stuff. Whereas when you originally left Sugababes, Tyler was still a baby.
Yeah.
So I guess by that time we'd been running for such a long time, career-wise. But now it's like, she's like, I want tickets to this show.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like a new motivation.
Yeah. So it kind of drives you to kind of want to work more. And she's so proud of us as well. Because obviously she's grown up with us. And so, yeah, so she's always trying to get me to get us to perform with her favourite artists now. She's always adding on new artists on my Instagram, going, well, they're gonna follow you, and they're not gonna follow me. So, you know, I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. But it's cute though. But yeah, being a mum's great.
Oh, it's wonderful. One of the things about this International Women's Day that we're celebrating is actually that the work is working, and that too often we spend a lot of time talking about all the negatives and actually not enough about the progress that we've made. I'd love your take on what you think on this.
I think that's life in general. I think it's all about perspective, and I think that it's important to celebrate the wins that you have. Definitely. Sometimes I think it's... I
think we forget to celebrate what we're doing.
You do. And it's all about shifting perspective. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's an eye opener when you start realizing that your progress has become so much bigger and better. And I mean, it's such a lovely day to celebrate, you know, International Day for us.
And yet women still remain underrepresented in the music industry.
Yes.
What more do you think needs still to be done so we can get to that equal playing field?
My goodness me.
I mean, we have such big speakers these days, I think.
Yeah. I think I feel like job titles, we don't really have many female bosses in the music industry at all, actually, which I think is a major problem. We don't have enough female lawyers, female accountants. So that basically start employing some female baddies for sure. Yeah.
On the business side.
On the business
side.
That's what I believe.
Okay, so we're here celebrating International Women's Day, week, month, should be year.
It should be every day.
Tell me a woman who inspires you.
Jeez.
Oh my God. I would say definitely, I think my mum and the ladies as well. I mean, I think without the girls, you know, this is my life. It inspires me to work more harder. So it's great.
Yeah.
Being with great women.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you?
My inspiration is definitely my mum, but also my friends around me.
Of course.
I realise that as I get older and just hear the different stories and the things that we go through, I've been able to, over the last 10 years, build up very, very close relationships with women who are just strong and powerful, have been through so much. And I'm inspired by them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Excellent. Now, I've got two final questions that everybody would kill me if I didn't ask. So, first one, is there a tour coming?
Oh, well, let's just say this. For our 20th anniversary of that One Touch album, we're going to have a lot of surprises for the fans. And we can't announce it yet, but this year will be one to remember.
You won't. Yeah,
I am definitely picking up that that's a tour coming. And then my final one to you, Eid. Yeah, look at you not saying anything, mouths are shut, but surprises are coming. Your favourite Sugababes song?
Oh,
Got to pick a favourite.
Oh,
wow. We've done so many.
do you know what I really enjoy? I really like Shape of My Heart. I love Shape of My Heart. Too Lost in You, of course.
Push the Button, which was our, it was our crossover.
Yeah.
Overload, purely because it was our first ever single, and it's still very current today. So it's I'd say.
I think you stole a few in there. Actually, I think I asked for one, and I think I got very many. But anyway, I agree. You've written so many amazing songs.
Thank you.
Brilliantly. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate it, and good luck with the 20th.
Thank you.